How does a loser, orphan, son of a woman and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished in squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar? The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter. And every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside he was longing for something to be a part of. The brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter. Then a hurricane came and devastation reigned. Our man saw his future dripping down the drain. Put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain, and he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain. Well, the word got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Took a book collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from whence you came, and the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton, and there's a million things I haven't done. But just you wait, just you wait. When he was 10, his father split, full of it, debt-ridden. 2 years later, see Alex and his mother bedridden, half dead, sending their own sick to send thick. But Alex got better, but his mother went quick. Moved in with a cousin, the cousin committed suicide, left him with nothing but ruin, pride, something new inside, a voice saying, Alex, you gotta fend for yourself. He started retreating and reading every treatise on the shelf. There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead or destitute without a cent to restitution. Started working, clerking for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford. Scamming for every book he can get his hands on, planning for the future. See him now as he stands on the bow of a ship headed for a new land. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can just be a new man. In New York you can just you wait. In New York you can be a new man. In New York, just you wait. Alexander Hamilton, we are waiting in the wings for you. Waiting in the wings for you. Never back down, never learn to take your time. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton. When America swims for you, we'll know that you're working. We'll know you wrote again. The world will never be the same. The ship is in the harbor now, see if you can spot him. Another enemy coming up from the bottom. His enemies destroyed his rep, America forgot him. We fought with him. Me, I died for him. Me, I trusted him. Me, I loved him. And me, I'm the darn fool that shot him. There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. 1776, New York City.
Pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir?
That depends who's asking.
Oh, well, sure. Sir, I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir. I have been looking for you.
I'm getting nervous.
Sir, I heard your name at Princeton. I was seeking an accelerated course of study when I got sort of out of sorts with a buddy of yours. I may have punched him. It's a blur. Sir, he handles the financials.
You punched the bursar.
Yes, I wanted to do what you did, graduate into and join the revolution. He looked at me like I was stupid. I'm not stupid. So how'd you do it? How'd you graduate so fast?
It was my parents' dying wish before they passed.
You're an orphan, of course. I'm an orphan. God, I wish there was a war, then we can prove that we're worth more than anyone bargained for.
Can I buy you a drink?
That would be nice.
While we're talking, let me offer you some free advice. Talk less.
What?
Smile more.
Huh.
Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for.
You can't be serious.
You wanna get ahead?
Yes.
Fools who run their mouths off wind up dead.
Yo, what time is it?
Showtime! Like I said.
Showtime.
What?
Yo, I'm John Lawrence in the place to be at 2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3.
Yeah.
Those redcoats don't want it with me, cause I will brat these cops till I'm free.
Oui, mon ami, je m'appelle Lafayette, the Lancelot of the revolutionary set. I came from afar just to say bonsoir to the king, cause c'est toi who is the best. C'est moi.
Brah, I am Hercules Mulligan, up in it, loving it. Yes, I heard your mother said, come again.
Hey.
Look up your daughters and horses. Of course, it's hard to have intercourse over 4 sets of corsets.
Wow.
No more of that. Pour me another brew, son. Let's raise a couple more to
the
the
revolution.
revolution. Well, if it ain't the prodigy at Princeton College,
Aaron Burr.
give us a verse, drop some knowledge. Good luck with that, you're taking a stand. You spit, I'ma sit, we'll see where we land. Burr, the revolution's imminent. What do you stall for? If you stand for nothing, Burr, what'll you fall for? Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who is this kid? What's he gonna do?
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dang, I'm amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard. With every word I drop knowledge, I'm a diamond in the rough. A shiny piece of coal trying to reach my goal. My power of speech unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage I've learned to manage. I don't have good advantage. I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame. But darn, it's getting dark, so let me spell out the name. I am the ALEXANDER. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps pooping on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. And King George turns around, runs a spending spree. He ain't never gonna set his descendants free. So there will be a revolution in this century. And to me,
He says in parentheses.
don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy. And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. It's time to take a shot.
I dream of life without a monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy, how you say? Or anarchy. When I fight, I make the other side panicky with my shot.
You want my tailor's apprentice, and I got y'all knuckleheads a local parentis. I'm joining the rebellion, cause I know it's my chance to socially advance. Instead of sewing some pants, I'm gonna take a shot.
Empire will never be truly free until those in bondage have the same rights as you and me. You and I do or die. Wait till I sally in on a stallion with the first black battalion. Have another shot. Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You've got to be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot. Bird, check what we got. Mr. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants look hot. Lawrence, I like you a lot. Let's hatch a plot blacker than the kettle call in the pot. What are the odds the gods will put us all in one spot? Popping a squad of conventional wisdom, like it or not. A bunch of revolutionary men, your mission, ammunitionist. Give me a position, show me where the ammunition is. Oh, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited. Shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make y'all proud. Let's get this guy in front of a crowd. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Everybody sing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey. Whoa. Woo. Whoa. Said let him hear ya. Let's go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I said shout it to the rooftops. Whoa. Said to the rooftops. Whoa. Come on.
Come on, let's go. Rise up when you're living on your knees. You rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up. When are these colonies gonna rise up? 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 Rise up.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we living fast and we laugh, reach for a flask. We have to make this a moment last, that's plenty. Scratch that, this is not a moment, it's the movement. We're all the hungriest brothers with something to prove. When foes oppose us, we take an honest stand. We roll like Moses, flaming our promised land. And if we win our independence, is that a guarantee of freedom for our descendants? Or will the blood we shed begin an endless cycle of vengeance and death with no defendants? I know the action in the streets is exciting, but Jesus, between all the bleeding and fighting, I've been reading and writing. We need to end our financial situation. Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing at the face of casualties and sorrow. For the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow.
And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. We're gonna rise up. Time to take a shot. We're gonna rise up. Time to take a shot. We're gonna rise up. Rise up. Time to take a shot. Rise up. Rise. It's time to take a shot. Rise up. It's time to take a shot. Take a shot. Take a shot. Take a shot. Hey, what's time to take a shot? Time to take a shot. And I am not throwing away my shot.
I may not live to see our glory.
I may not live to see our glory,
but I will gladly join the fight.
but I will gladly join the fight.
And when our children tell our story,
And when our children tell our story,
they'll tell the story of tonight.
let's have another round tonight.
Let's have another round tonight. Let's have another round tonight.
Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Raise a glass to the four of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us, telling the story of tonight.
They'll tell the story of tonight.
Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away,
no matter what they tell you.
let's have another round tonight.
Raise a glass to the four of us.
Tomorrow there'll be more of us, telling the story of tonight.
Let's have another round tonight.
Tell the story of tonight.
Raise a glass to freedom.
They'll tell the story of tonight.
Raise a glass to freedom.
They'll tell the story of tonight. They'll tell the story of tonight.
There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in their carriages and gawk at the students at the common just to watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, sneak into the city just to watch all the guys at work.
Angelica, work, Eliza,
And
work,
Peggy,
work, the Schuyler sisters,
Angelica, Peggy,
Eliza,
work. Daddy said to be home by sundown. Daddy doesn't need to know. Daddy said not to go downtown. Like I said, you're free to go.
But look around, a revolution's happening in New York,
Angelica, work. It's bad enough Daddy wants to go to war. People shouting in the square. It's bad enough there'll be violence on our shore. New ideas in the air. Look around, Angelica, remind me what we're looking for.
She's looking for me.
Eliza, I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work.
Whoa,
Work. Woo!
There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money. Why you slumming in the city in your fancy heels? You searching for an urchin who can give you ideals?
Brr, you disgust me.
Ah, so you've discussed me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me. I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. So men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel. Work! Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. Cause I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. So men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. Work, Angelica. Work, Eliza and Peggy. Work, Skylar sisters. Work, we're looking for a mind at work, hey, 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 in the greatest city, in the greatest city in the world, in the greatest city in the world. Hear ye, my name is Samuel Seabury, and I present free thoughts on the proceedings of the Continental Congress. Heed not the rabble who scream revolution, they have not your interests at heart.
Oh my god, tear this dude apart.
Chaos and bloodshed are not a solution, don't let them lead you astray. This Congress does not speak for me.
Let him be.
They're playing a dangerous game. I pray the king shows you his mercy. For shame, for shame.
Yeah, he'd have you all unravel at the sound of screams, but the revolution is coming. The have-nots are gonna win this. It's hard to listen to you with a straight face. Chaos and bloodshed already haunt us. Honestly, you shouldn't even talk. And what about Boston? Look at the cost, and now that we lost, and you talk about Congress
does not speak
My
for
dog
me.
speaks more eloquently than thee.
A dangerous
But strangely, your mange is the
I
same.
pray the king shows you his mercy.
Is he in Jersey?
For shame.
For the revolution.
For shame.
For the revolution. If you repeat yourself again, I'm gonna scream. Honestly, look at me. Please don't read. Not your interest. Don't modulate the key to not debate with me. Why should a tiny island across the sea regulate the price of tea?
Alexander, please.
Brr, I'd rather be divisive than indecisive. Drop the niceties.
Silence.
A message from the king.
A message from the king. A message from the king. You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea, which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da.
da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da da da. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject. My sweet, submissive subject. My loyal, royal subject. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, you'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war for your love, for your praise, and I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad, so don't throw away this thing we had. 'Cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da da da. Everybody, da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada.
British General Howe's got troops on the water. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. They surround our troops, they surround our troops, they surround our troops. As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for a war. I knew that I was poor, I knew it was the only way to rise up. If they tell my story, I am either gonna die on the battlefield in glory or rise up. I will fight for this land, but there's only one man who can give us a command so we can rise up. Understand, it's the only way to rise up, rise up. Here he comes, here comes the general. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the general. The moment you've been waiting for. Here comes the general. The pride of Mount Vernon. Here comes the George general. Washington. We are outgunned. What? Outmanned. What? Outnumbered, outplanned. We gotta make an all-out stand. Hey yo, I'm gonna need a right hand man. Check it. Can I be real a second? For just a millisecond, let down my guard and tell the people how I feel a second. Now I'm the model of a modern major general, the venerated Virginian veteran whose men are all lining up to put me up on a pedestal, writing letters to relatives, embellishing my elegance and eloquence. But the elephant is in the room, the truth is in your face when you hear the British cannons go boom. Any hope of success is fleeting. How can I keep leading when the people I'm leading keep retreating? We put a stop to the bleeding as the British take Brooklyn. Night takes Rook, but look, we are outgunned. What? Outmanned. What? Outnumbered, outplanned. Gotta make an all-out stand. Yo, I'm gonna need a right-hand man. Incoming. The battering down the battery, check the damages. We gotta stop them and rob them of their advantages. Let's take a stand with the stamina God has granted us. Hamilton won't abandon ship, yo, let's steer the cannons. Boom! Goes the cannon, watch the blood and the poop spraying. Boom! Goes the cannon, we're abandoning Kip's Bay. And boom! There's another shipping. Boom! We're just off the southern tipping. Boom! We gotta run the Harlem quick, we can't afford another slip. Guns and horses, giddy up. I decide to divvy up my forces. The skittish as the British cut the city up. This close to giving up, facing mass scrutiny, I scream in the face of this mass mutiny. Are these the men with which I am to defend America? We ride at midnight, Manhattan in the distance. I cannot be everywhere at once, people. I'm in dire need of assistance. Your Excellency, sir. Who are you? Aaron Burr. Sir, permission to state my case. As you were? Sir, I was a captain under General Montgomery until he caught a bullet in the neck in Quebec, and well, in summary, I think I could be of some assistance. I admire how you keep firing on the British from a distance. I have some questions, a couple of suggestions on how to fight instead of fleeing west. Yes? Well, Your Excellency, you wanted to see me. Hamilton, come in. Have you met Burr?
Yes, sir, we
keep meeting. As I was saying, sir, I look forward to seeing your strategy play out. Burr, sir, close the door on your way out. Have I done something wrong, sir? On the contrary, I called you here because our odds are beyond scary. Your reputation precedes you, but I have to laugh. Sir? Hamilton, how come no one could get you on their staff? Sir, don't get me wrong, you're a young man of great renown. I know you stole British cannons when we were still downtown. Nathaniel Greene and Henry Knox wanted to hire you to be their secretary. I don't think so. Now why are you upset? I'm not. It's alright you wanna fight, you've got a hunger. I was just like you when I was younger. Head full of fantasies of dying like a martyr. Yes, dying is easy, young man. Living is harder. Why are you telling me this? I'm being honest. I'm working with a third of what our Congress has promised. We are a powder keg about to explode. I need someone like you to lighten the load. So? I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry. I am not throwing away my shot. Son, we are outgunned, outmanned. You need all the help you can get. I got some friends, Lawrence Mulligan, Marquis de Lafayette. Okay, what else? Outnumbered, outplanned. Some spies on the inside, some king's men who might let some things slide. I'll write to Congress and tell them we need supplies. You'll rally the guys, master the element of surprise. I'll rise above my station, organize your information till we rise to the occasion of our new nation, sir. Here comes the general. Rise up. What? Here comes the general. Rise up. What? Here comes the general. Rise up. What? Here comes the general. What? And his right hand man. Boom! How does the loser, orphan, son of a woman go on and on, grow into more of a phenomenon? Watch this obnoxious, arrogant, loudmouth bother be seated at the right hand of the father. Washington hires Hamilton right on sight, but Hamilton still wants to fight, not right. Now Hamilton's skill with a quill is undeniable, but what do we have in common? We're reliable with the ladies. There are so many to deflower. Ladies, looks, proximity to power. Ladies, they delighted and distracted him. Arthur Washington named a feral tomcat after him. That's true. 1780, a winter's ball, and the Schuyler sisters are the envy of all. Yo, if you can marry your sister, you're rich, son. Is it a question of if, Burr, or which one? Hey, 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 ooh, hey, I do, I do, I do, I do, hey, hey, ooh. I do, I do, I do, I do. Boy, you got me helpless. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless. Down for the count and I'm drowning in them. I have never been the type to try and grab the spotlight. We were at a revel with some rebels on a hot night, laughing at my sister as she's dazzling the room. Then you walked in and my heart went boom, trying to catch your eye from the side of the ballroom. Everybody's dancing and the band stopped volume. Grind to the rhythm as we whine and dine. Grab my sister and whisper, yo, this one's mine. Ooh. My sister made her way across the room to you, and I got nervous thinking what she gonna do. She grabbed you by the arm, I'm thinking I'm through. Then you look back at me and suddenly I'm helpless. So look at those eyes. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless. I know. Down for the count and I'm drowning and I'm helpless. I am so into you. Look into your eyes, so into
skies.
to you, I'm helpless. I know I'm down for the count and I'm drowning in them. Where are you taking me?
I'm about to change your life.
Then by all means lead the way. Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you. Schuyler,
My sister.
thank you for all your service. If it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it.
1 week later, I'm writing a letter nightly. Now my life gets better every letter that you write me. Laughing at my sister cause she wants to fold my hair up.
I'm just saying, if you really love me, you would share it.
Ha! 2 weeks later in the living room, stressing. My father's stone faced while you're asking for his blessing. I'm dying inside as you whine and dine, and I'm trying not to cry cause there's nothing that your mind can do. My father makes his way across the room to you. I panic for a second, thinking we're through. Then he shakes her hand and says, be true. And you turn back at me, smiling and helpless.
Look into your eyes and the sky is clear.
I'm helpless. Down for the count and I'm drowning in it. I'm helpless. Boy is mine, that boy is mine. Down for the count and I'm drowning in them. Eliza, I don't have a dollar to my name, an acre of land, a troop to command, a dollop of fame. All I have's my honor, a tolerance for pain, a couple of college credits and my top-notch brain. Insane, your family brings out a different side of me. Peggy confides in me, Angelica tried to take goodbye to me. No stress, my love for you is never in doubt. We'll get a little place in Harlem and we'll figure it out. I've been living without a family since I was a child. My father left, my mother died. I grew up buck wild, but I'll never forget my mother's face, that was real. As long as I'm alive, Eliza, I swear to God you'll never feel so helpless. I do, Eliza, I do. I've never felt so helpless. Yeah. Down for the count and I'm down for the count. Yeah, my life is looking fine cause Eliza's in it. I look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. Down for the count and I'm drowning in them. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can be a new man. In New York you can be a new man. Helpless.
Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Now, everyone, give it up for the maid of honor, Angelica Schuyler.
A toast to the groom, to the bride, from your sister, who's always by your side, to your union, and the hope that you provide. May you always be satisfied. Rewind. Rewind. I remember that night, I just might rewind. I remember that night, I just might rewind. I remember that night, I remember that. I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember those soldier boys tripping over themselves to win our praise. I remember that dream like candlelight, like a dream that you can't quite place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I have never been the same. Intelligent eyes in a hunger pain frame. And when you said hi, I forgot my dang name. Set my heart aflame, every part aflame. This is not a game. Strike me as a woman who has never been satisfied. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. You forget yourself. You're like me. I'm never satisfied. Is that right? I've never been satisfied. My name is Angelica Schuyler. Alexander Hamilton. Where's your family from? Unimportant, there's a million things I haven't done. But just you wait, just you and so this is what it feels like to match wits with someone at your level. What the heck is to catch? It's the feeling of freedom of seeing the light. It's Ben Franklin with a key and a kite. You see it, right? The conversation lasted 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Everything we said a total agreement. It's a dream and it's a bit of a dance, a bit of a posture, it's a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'ma give it a chance. Ask about his family. Did you see his answer? His ass started fidgeting. He looked askance. His penalties is flying by the seat of his pants. Handsome boy, does he know it? Beach fuzz and he can't even grow it. I wanna take him far away from this place, and I turn into my sister's face and she is
helpless.
And I know she is
helpless.
And her eyes are just
helpless.
And I realize 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time.
Where are you taking me? I'm about to change your life. Then by all means lead the way. Number 1. I'm a girl in a world in which my only job is to marry rich. My father has no son, so I'm the one who has to soldier climb for one. So I'm the oldest and the wittiest, and the gossip in New York City is insidious, and Alexander is penniless. That doesn't mean I want him any less. Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you. Schuyler, my sister. Number 2. He's after me cause I'm a Schuyler sister. That elevates the status side. Have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I introduced him to Eliza. Now that's his bride. Nice going, Angelica. He was right. We will never be satisfied. Thank you for all your service. If it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it. I'll leave you to it. Number 3. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell her that I love him, she'd be silently resigned. He'd be mine. She would say I'm fine. She'd be lying. But when I fantasize at night, it's Alexander's eyes as I romanticize what might have been if I hadn't sized him up so quickly. At least my dear Eliza's his wife. At least I keep his eyes in my life. To the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the bride, to the bride, to the bride, from your sister, Angelica, who's always by your side, to your union, revolution, and the hope that you provide, and you always be satisfied, she'll be happy as his bride, and I know she will never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied. I may not live to see your glory. I may not live to see your glory. But I've seen wonders great and small. I've seen wonders great and small. Cause if the Tomcat can get married, if Alexander can get married, there's hope for our butts after all. Raise a glass to freedom. Hey! Something you will never see again. No matter what she tells you. Let's have another round tonight. Raise a glass to the 4 of us. Oh. Hey, to the newly not 4 of us. We'll tell the story of tonight. Let's have another round. Well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir, I didn't think that you would make it. To be sure, Burr, I came to say congratulations. Spit a verse, Burr. I see the whole gang is here. You are the worst, Burr. Ignore them. Congrats to you, Lieutenant Colonel. I wish I had your command standing man in George's journal. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Now be sensible. From what I hear, you've made yourself indispensable. Well, I've heard you got a special someone on the side, Burr. Is that so? What are you trying to hide, Burr? I should go. No, these guys should go. What? Oh. Leave us alone, man. It's alright, Burr. I wish you brought this girl with you tonight, Burr. You're very kind, but I'm afraid it's unlawful, sir. What do you mean? She's married. I see. She's married to a British officer. Oh, shoot. Congrats again, Alexander. Smile more. I'll see you
you on the other side of the war. I will never understand you. If you love this woman, go get her. What are you waiting for? I'll see you on the other side of the war. I'll see you on the other side of the war. Theodosia writes me a letter every day. I'm keeping her bed warm while her husband is away. He's on the British side in Georgia. He's trying to keep the colonies in line, but he can keep all of Georgia. Theodosia, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm by his side when so many have tried, then I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. My grandfather was a fire, a brimstone preacher. But there are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach ya. My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when everyone who loves me has died, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. I am the one thing in life I can control. Wait for it. I am inimitable, I am inoriginal. Wait for it. I'm not falling behind or running late. Wait for it. I'm not standing still, I am lying in wait. Hamilton faces an endless uphill climb. He has something to prove, he has nothing to lose. Hamilton's pace is relentless, he wastes no time. What is it like in his shoes? Hamilton doesn't hesitate. He exhibits no restraints. He takes and he takes and he takes, and he keeps winning anyway. Changes the game, he plays and he raises the stakes. And if there's a reason he seems to thrive and so few survive, then gosh darn it, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when so many have died, then I'm willing to wait for it. Stay alive. Stay alive. I have never seen the general so despondent. I have taken over writing all his correspondence. Congress writes, George attacked the British forces. I shoot back, we have resorted to eating our horses. Local merchants deny us equipment, assistance. They only take British money, so sing a song of sixpence. The cavalry's not coming. But sir, Alex, listen, there's only one way for us to win this. Provoke outrage. Outright. That's right. Don't engage, strike by night. Remain relentless till their troops take flight. Make it impossible to justify the cost of the fight. Outrun. Outlast. Hit 'em quick, get out fast. Chicka-plow. Stay alive until this horror show is past. We're gonna fly a lot of flags half-mast.
Raise a glass.
I go back to New York in my apprenticeship.
I ask for French aid, I pray that Francis sent a ship.
I stay at work with Hamilton. We write essays against slavery, and every day's a test of our camaraderie and bravery. We cut supply lines, we steal contraband. We pick and choose our battles and places to take a stand. And every day, sir, entrust me with a command. And every day,
No.
he dismisses me out of hand.
Failure.
Instead of me, he promotes Charles Lee, makes him second in command. I'm a general. Yeah, he's not the choice that would have gone with. He poops the bed at the Battle of Monmouth.
Everyone attack!
Retreat!
Attack!
Retreat!
What are you doing, Lee? Get back on your feet!
But there's so many of them.
I'm sorry, is this not your speed? Hamilton!
Ready, sir.
Have Lafayette take the lead.
Yes, sir.
1,000 soldiers die in 100-degree heat as we snatch our stalemate from the jaws of defeat.
Charles Lee was left behind without a pot to pee in. He started saying this to anybody who would listen.
Washington cannot be left alone to his devices. Indecisive from crisis to crisis. The best thing he can do for the revolution is turn and go back to planting tobacco in Mount Vernon. Don't do a thing. History will prove him wrong.
But sir,
We have a war to fight. Let's move along. Strong words from Lee. Someone ought to hold him to it.
I can't disobey direct orders.
Then I'll do it. Alexander, you're the closest friend I've got.
Lawrence, do not throw away your shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 dual commandments. It's the 10 dual commandments.
Number 1, the challenge demands satisfaction. If they apologize, no need for further action.
Number 2,
if they don't grab a friend, that's your second. Your lieutenant, when there's reckoning to be reckoned.
Number 3,
have your seconds meet face to face. Negotiate a peace, or negotiate a time and place. This is commonplace, especially between recruits.
most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4,
if they don't reach a peace, that's alright. Time to get some pistols and a doctor on site. You pay him in advance, you treat him with civility. You have him turn around so he can have deniability.
5,
do before the sun is in the sky.
pick a place to die where it's high and dry. Number 6,
leave a note for your next kin. Tell him where you been. Pray the heck of heaven lets you in.
7,
confess your sins. Ready for the moment of adrenaline when you finally face your opponent.
Number 8,
your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight.
Alexander.
Aaron Burr, sir. Can we agree that duels are dumb and immature? Sure, but your man has to answer for his words, Burr. With his life, we both know that's absurd, sir. Hang on, how many men died because Lee was inexperienced and ruinous?
Okay, so we're doing this.
Number 9. Look him in the eye, aim no higher, summon all the courage you require, then count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10, bases, fire. Lee, do you yield? You shot him in the side, yes he yields. I'm satisfied. Yo, we gotta clear the field. Go, we won.
Here comes the general.
This should be fun. What is the meaning of this? Mr. Berg, get a medic for the general. Yes, sir. Lee, you will never agree with me, but believe me, these young men don't speak for me. Thank you for your service. Let's ride. Hamilton, sir, meet me inside.
Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside.
Son, don't call me son. This war is hard enough without infighting. Lee called you out, we called his bluff. You solve nothing, you aggravate our allies to the south. You're absolutely right. John should have shot him in the mouth. That would have shut him up. Son, I'm not your son. Watch your tone. I am not a maid in need of defending. I am Charles Lee, Thomas Conway. These men take your name and they rake it through the mud. My name's been through a lot. I can take it. Well, I don't have your name. I don't have your titles. I don't have your land. But if you gave me a command of a battalion, a group of men to lead, I can fly above my station after the war. Or you can die, and we need you alive. I'm more than willing to die. Your wife needs you alive. Son, I need you alive. Call me son one more time. Go home, Alexander. That's an order from your commander. Sir? Go home. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around. How long have you known? A month or so. Liza, you should have told me. I wrote to the general a month ago. No. I begged him to send you home. You should have told me. I'm not sorry. I know you fight until the war was
War's not
won,
done.
but you deserve a chance to meet your son. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Will you relish being a poor man's wife, unable to provide for your life? I relish being your wife. Look around, look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just stay alive, that would be enough. And if this child share a fraction of your smile, a fragment of your mind, look out world, that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges you're facing, the world you keep erasing and creating in your mind. But I'm not afraid, I know who I married, so as long as you come home at the end of the day, that would be enough. We don't need a legacy, we don't need money. If I can grant you peace of mind, if you can let me inside your heart, oh, let me be a part of the narrative in the story they will write someday. Let this moment be the first chapter where you decide to stay. And I could be enough, and we could be enough. That would be enough. How does a ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower somehow defeat a global superpower? How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire, leave the battlefield waving Betsy Ross's flag higher? Yo, turns out we have a secret weapon, an immigrant you know and love who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchmen. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman!
Lafayette! Taking this horse by the reins, making red coats red or blood stains.
Lafayette!
And I'm never gonna stop until I make him drop it, but I'm about to scatter the remains. I'm
Lafayette!
Watch me engage and I'm escaping, I'm in the rage and I'm I.
Lafayette!
Return to France for more funds.
Lafayette!
I come back with more guns and ships. And so the balance shifts.
We rendezvous with Rochambeau, consolidate their gifts.
We can end this war at Yorktown, cut them off at sea, but for this to succeed, there's someone else we need. I know.
Hamilton!
So he knows what to do in retrench as you know with him fluent the French, I mean.
Hamilton!
So you're gonna have to use him eventually. What's he gonna do in the bench, I mean.
Hamilton!
No one has more resilience or matches my practical tactical brilliance.
Hamilton!
You want to fight for a land back.
Hamilton!
Give my right hand man back.
Hamilton!
Get your right hand man back.
Hamilton!
You know to get it, get your right hand man back.
Hamilton!
You gotta got to let him run so better to get your right hand man back.
Alexander Hamilton. Troops are waiting in the field for you. If you join us right now, together we can turn the tide. Oh, Alexander Hamilton. I have soldiers that will yield for you. If we manage to get this right, they'll surrender by early light. The world will never be the same. Alexander. I was younger than you are now. When I was given my first command, I led my men straight into a massacre. I witnessed their deaths firsthand. I made every mistake and felt the shame rise in me. And even now I lie awake, knowing history has its eyes on wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? I know that we can win. I know that greatness lies in you. And remember from here on in, history has its eyes on you. History has its eyes on you.
Battle of Yorktown, 1781.
Monsieur Hamilton, Monsieur Lafayette, in command where you belong. How you saying, no sweat? We're finally on the field, we've had quite a run. Immigrants, we get the job done. So what happens if we win? I go back to France. I bring freedom to my people if I'm given a chance. We'll be with you when you do. Go lead your men. See you on the other side till we meet again.
I am not throwing away my shot.
I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot till the world turns upside down. Till the world turns upside down. I imagine there's so much it feels more like a memory. This is where it gets me. On my feet, the enemy ahead of me. If this is the end of me, at least I have a friend with me. Weapon in my hand, a command, and my men with me. Then I remember my Eliza expecting me. Not only that, my Eliza expecting. We gotta go, gotta get the job done. Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son. Take the bullet, touch your gun.
What?
The bullet, touch your gun.
What?
We move undercover and we move as one. Through the night, we have one shot to live another day. We cannot let a stray gunshot give us away. We will fight up close, see the moment and stay in it. It's either that or meet the business end of a bayonet. The cold road is Rochambeau. Dig me,
Rochambeau.
You have your orders now, go man, go. So the American experiment begins with my friends all scattered to the winds. Lawrence is in South Carolina. Free to fight and brave. We will never be free until we end slavery. When we finally drive the British away, Lafayette is there waiting in Chesapeake Bay. How did we know this plan would work? We had a spy on the inside. That's right, Hercules Mulligan.
Taylor spying on the British government. I take the measurements, information, and then I'll smuggle it to my brother's revolutionary covenant. I'm running with the sons of liberty, and I am loving it. See, that's what happens when you up against the ruffians. In the booth now, somebody's gotta shovel it. Hercules Mulligan, I need no introduction. When you knock me out, I get the flip back up again.
Go!
Left, right, home. Go! One.
After a week of fighting, a young man in a red coat stands on a parapet.
We lower our guns as he frantically waves a white handkerchief. And just like that, it's over. We tend to our wounded, we count our dead. Black and white soldiers wonder alike if this really means freedom. Not yet.
We negotiate the terms of surrender. I see George Washington smile. We escort their men out of Yorktown. They stagger home single file. Tens of thousands of people flood the streets. There are screams and church bells ringing. And as our fallen foes retreat, I hear the drinking song they're singing. The world turned upside down. 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 Down, down, down. Freedom for America, freedom for France. Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son.
We won.
The world turned upside down.
They say the price of my war's not a price that they're willing to pay. Insane. You cheat with the French, now I'm fighting with France and with Spain. I'm so blue. I thought that we made an arrangement when you went away. You were mine to subdue. Well, even despite our estrangement, I've got a small query for you. What comes next? You've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to lead? You're on your own. Awesome! Wow! Do you have a clue what happens now? Oceans rise, empires fall. It's much harder when it's all your call. All alone across the sea. When your people say they hate you, don't come crawling back to me. Da 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 ya da 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 ya da. You're on your own. Dear Theodosia, what to say to you? You have my eyes, you have your mother's name. When you came into the world, you cried, and it broke my heart. I'm dedicating every day to you. Domestic life was never quite my style. When you smile, you knock me out, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. You will come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you, we'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you, we'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Ooh, Philip, when you smile, I am undone. My son, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There is so much more inside me now. Philip, you outshine the morning sun, my son. When you smile, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. My father wasn't around. My father wasn't around. I swear that I'll be around for you. Do whatever it takes. I'll make a million mistakes. I'll make the world safe and sound for you. We'll come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. I may not live to see our glory. Alexander, there's a letter for you. It's from John Lawrence. I'll read it later. But I will gladly join the fight. No, it's from his father. His father. And when our children tell our story, will you read it for me? They'll tell the story of tonight. On Tuesday the 27th, my son was killed in a gunfight against British troops retreating from South Carolina. The war was already over,
As you know, John dreamed of emancipating and recruiting 3,000 men for the first all-black military regiment. His dream of freedom for these men dies with him. Tomorrow there'll be more of us. Alexander, are you all right? I have so much work to do. After the war, I went back to New York. After the war, I went back to New York. I finished up my studies and I practiced law. Burr worked next door. Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account for his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop. Gentlemen of the jury, I'm curious, bear with me. Are you aware that we're making history? This is the first murder trial of our brand new nation. The liberty behind deliberation. I intend to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt with my assistant counsel. Co-counsel Hamilton, sit down. Our client Levy Weeks is innocent. Call your first witness. That's all you had to say. Okay, one more thing. Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Soon that attitude may be your doom. Oh, ride you ride like you're running out of time. Ride day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Keep on fighting in the meantime. Non-stop. Corruption's such an old song that we can sing along in harmony, and no worries are stronger than in Albany. This colony's economy's increasingly stalling, and honestly, that's why public service seems to be non-stop. I practiced the law, I practically perfected it. I've seen injustice in the world, and I've corrected it. Now for a strong sense of democracy, if not, then I'll be Socrates throwing verbal rocks at these mediocrities. Hamilton at the Constitutional Convention. I was chosen for the Constitutional Convention. There is a New York junior delegate. Now what I'm gonna say may sound indelicate. Goes and proposes his own form of government. What? His own plan for a new form of government. What? Talks for 6 hours. The convention is listless. Bright young man. Yo, who the F is this? Why do you always say what you believe? Why do you always say what you believe? Every proclamation guarantees free ammunition for your enemies. Why do you write like it's going out of style? Hey, write day and night like it's going out of style. Hey, every day you fight like it's going out of style. Hey, do what you do and Alexander? Aaron Burr, sir. It's the middle of the night. Can we confer, sir? Is this a legal matter? Yes, and it's important to me. What do you need? Burr, you're a better lawyer than me. Okay. I know I talk too much, I'm abrasive, you're incredible in court, you're succinct, persuasive. My client needs a strong defense, you're the solution. Who's your client? The new U.S. Constitution. No, hear me out. No way. A series of essays anonymously published defending the document to the public. No one will read it. I disagree. And if it fails, Burr, that's why we need it. The Constitution's a mess, so it needs amendments. It's full of contradictions, so is independence. We have to start somewhere. No way. You're making a mistake. Good night. Hey, what are you waiting for? What do you stall for? What? We won the war, what was it all for? Do you support this Constitution? Of course. Then defend it. And what if you're backing the wrong horse? Burr, we studied and we fought and we killed for the notion of a nation we now get to build. For once in your life, take a stand with pride. I don't understand how you stand to the side. I'll keep all my plans close to my chest. Wait for it, wait for it. I'll wait here and see which way the wind will blow. I'm taking my time watching the afterbirth of a nation, watching the tension grow. I am sailing off to London. I am accompanied by someone who always pays. I have found a wealthy husband who'll keep me in comfort for all my days. He is not a lot of fun, but there's no one who can match you for turn of phrase. My Alexander, Angelica, don't forget to ride. Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just stay alive, that would be enough. And if your wife could share a fraction of your time, if I can grant you peace of mind, would that be enough? Alexander joins forces with James Madison and John Jay to write a series of essays defending the new United States Constitution, entitled the Federalist Papers. The plan was to write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among the 3 men.
In the end, they wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. John Jay got sick after writing 5. James Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Like you're running out of time. Are you running out of time? How do you write like tomorrow won't arrive? How do you write like you need it to survive? How do you write every second you're alive? Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive. They're asking me to lead. I'm doing the best I can to get the people that I need. I'm asking you to be my right hand, treasury man. Or state. I know it's a lot to ask, treasury or state, to leave behind the world you know. Sir, do you want me to run the treasury or state department? Treasury. Let's go. Alexander.
I have to leave.
Alexander.
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now.
Helpless.
They're asking me to lead.
Look around, isn't this enough? He will never be satisfied. Be enough. He will never be satisfied. Satisfied. History has its eyes on you. Non-stop. Satisfied. History non-stop. History has its eyes on you. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton, just you wait. I am not throwing away my shot.